Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. It's computer lecture of class 10th and our chapter number 1, problem solving. We have discussed in our previous lecture what is problem solving and the methods of problem solving. We have discussed in our previous lecture uh, problem solving, the process to identify the problem and to find the proper or best solution for it. It is called problem solving. And in our daily life, we face different kinds of problems, and mostly problems are simple and mostly are difficult or complicated. But we can the solution of any kind of problem by understanding its nature. And we have discussed the names of methods in our lecture, but today we will discuss our first method, problem identification. Our question number 2, what is meant by problem identification? How is a problem identified? Um, Problem identification. What is problem identification? Problem identification means clearly understanding the problem. Firstly, clearly understand the problem and then to find the correct solution of a problem. Problem identification is an important step to find the correct solution of a problem. Is an important step. Problem identification. To identify the solution of a problem is called problem identification. A problem cannot be solved correctly if it is not identified clearly. A problem you cannot solve correctly if it is not identified. If you don't know what is the problem and how to remove it, then you cannot solve the proper solution. But if you will identify the problem, then you can solve the problem easily. In this step, the problem is observed carefully. Firstly, you will observe which is your problem and you will observe carefully the major tasks to perform for obtaining a solution to the problem are identified. For the solution of a problem, firstly you should identify the problem, and in this step irrelevant information is removed. It's not important. For example, suppose you want to develop a simple calculator. You want to develop a simple calculator and you have, that is also a problem for you. Firstly, you will think that how to solve this problem, and for solving this problem you should identify. Firstly, suppose you want to develop a simple calculator. The major identifications to solve this problem are as follows. For developing a simple calculator, what identifications you need for solution of a problem? Which is your first step to develop a simple calculator? First step is that how input should be accepted. If you will develop a calculator, your first step is that how input should be accepted. If you will develop that how the calculator will accept the input. And your second step is how basic arithmetic operations are performed, how operations can be performed by using this simple calculator. How arithmetic operations, and arithmetic operations, which such as addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, these are arithmetic operations. For the best solution of your problem, you will see that how arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division are performed. How your simple calculator will perform these? Firstly, you will identify the solution of a problem, then you will solve your problem. And your third step is how results should be displayed, etc. For example, when you will develop a calculator, firstly you will identify the problem of the solution of a problem. You will identify that how input should be accepted. When you will give input, then it will give you output or not. And how arithmetic operations, because in calculator you need arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. And after giving input, how result should be displayed. Third step is how results should be displayed. For example, if you will give input to the calculator, It will give you result according to your choice or not. Firstly, you will identify clearly, then you will develop a simple calculator. Firstly, we need these three steps because mostly these steps are commonly used in for calculating anything. And our second problem is, in the above problem, the irrelevant information is removed. Irrelevant information, for example, you are giving just input and you are seeing that arithmetic operations, how it's performing and how results should be displayed. And irrelevant information is removed. Irrelevant informations are not mentioned here. Irrelevant information means sine, tan, or square root of a number is calculated. How sine or tan of a number is calculated, these may be, and how the square root of a number is calculated. You will see that firstly, for before developing a simple calculator, you will see that how input should be accepted, how basic arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division are performed, how results should be displayed, and you will see that how sine or tan of a number is calculated and how the square root of a number is calculated. Firstly, you will identify this the solution of these problems, then you will develop a simple calculator. Okay students, today we have discussed that problem identification means to find the correct solution of a problem before before solving any type of problem. Firstly, you will identify clearly. Okay students, I hope you have understood that lecture. Allah Hafiz.